Over the last 8 videos in this series, we've explored the biggest challenges associated with autism, like social struggles, sensory overwhelm, emotional dysregulation and more, and we've uncovered how they're often rooted in trauma. Now in this video, I'll reveal the most effective method I've ever found for healing these challenges at their core. If you've ever felt stuck in cycles of anxiety, isolation or overwhelm, then this proven process just might be the turning point you've been looking for. So watch now to discover how healing can bring balance, resilience and lasting change. During this series, we've explored how trauma, whether through early life experiences, sensory overload or social rejection, disrupts the brain's ability to feel safe, regulate emotions and engage with the world. Early trauma can block the socialization process, where essential communication skills like understanding social cues and empathy are learned. It can create chronic stress that interferes with focus and mental clarity, making communication and cognitive tasks harder to process. Prolonged stress keeps the brain on high alert, amplifying sensory inputs and making everyday stimuli unbearable. Stress impacts the nervous system, making it difficult to stay calm and regulate emotions, which can lead to heightened anxiety, emotional shutdowns and depressive states. When life feels unpredictable or unsafe, structure becomes a survival tool to create control and prevent emotional chaos. Stress also consumes the brain's cognitive resources, leaving less energy for planning, organisation and staying on top of daily responsibilities. Social rejection and exclusion can lead to the belief that it's safer to avoid connection altogether, resulting in isolation and missed opportunities. The patterns created by trauma aren't conscious choices, they're automatic responses the brain develops to cope and protect itself. But here's the good news, just as the brain is shaped by trauma, it can also be reshaped through healing. So how do we address this logically and effectively? Well, this is where the ultimate divergence healing method comes in, a system designed to calm the brain's stress responses and rewire emotional patterns at their core. Unlike traditional therapies, this method can be done from the comfort, privacy and safety of your own home. All you need is a set of headphones and a quiet space. There's no need for hours and hours of therapy or having to relive painful memories. You simply just listen to the healing session and let your brain do the work. When we experience trauma, the brain forms memories tied to strong emotions like fear, shame or helplessness. These memories operate like background programs that run automatically in response to triggers. You may not even realize they're running until you feel that familiar wave of stress, anxiety or overwhelm. But trying to push through or think positively just doesn't work, because these patterns are stored in deeper parts of the brain, not at the conscious level. Research shows that when we recall a memory, the brain briefly reopens it for editing before storing it again. This means that when a memory is brought into awareness, the brain has an opportunity to update the emotional associations tied to it. The ultimate divergent healing method takes advantage of this brief opening, guiding this step-by-step process to help the brain edit the emotional charge connected with past experiences. As you listen to the healing session, your mind is gently guided to focus on the emotional hotspots tied to a particular challenge, like anxiety about social interactions or fear over emotional overload. While you remain calm and relaxed, the session introduces signals that helps your brain to reprocess and calm down the emotional charge tied to those memories. This taps into your brain's natural ability to reprocess memories, making them feel less threatening. As the emotional intensity of that memory is reduced then eliminated, the brain forms new associations, replacing feelings of fear or overwhelm with ones of neutrality or even positivity. The memory remains, but it's no longer emotionally charged. The session also helps balance your emotional system so that future situations that used to trigger distress now feel more manageable. The goal is to make these changes automatic so that you don't have to consciously try to calm down. It becomes a natural part of how you respond. Think of it like updating outdated software. Trauma creates old programs in the brain that cause anxiety, avoidance and shutdowns. My method rewrites these programs by addressing the root causes, freeing you from the emotional reactions that have felt automatic for so long. And the best part? Because these sessions are designed to be done from home, you can experience this healing in a safe and familiar environment. No need to book lengthy therapy sessions or relive painful memories. You just listen, follow the guided process, and allow your brain to do the work of releasing and healing. When the stored emotional pain is resolved, the brain no longer overreacts to changes in routine, social interactions, or everyday tasks. Social connection starts to feel safer, sensory inputs become more manageable, and daily responsibilities feels like steps you can handle rather than overwhelming obstacles. If you've related to any of the challenges we've talked about during this video series, then I want you to know those challenges don't define who you are. They're just patterns your brain created to protect you, and those patterns can be changed. Healing is possible. Emotional healing no longer takes years. It starts by giving your brain the right tools to create meaningful changes. In the featured section at the top of this page, I'll put a link to my blog post, Autism Alternative Therapies, a pathway to emotional healing and transformation. Check it out to find out how you can gain 7 days free access to my amazing new healing technique, the Ultimate Divergence Healing Method, which you can experience from the comfort and safety of your own home. So I'll put a link in the description below to my blog post, Autism Alternative Therapies, a pathway to emotional healing and transformation. Check it out to find out how you can gain 7 days free access to my amazing new healing technique, the Ultimate Divergence Healing Method, which you can experience from the comfort and safety of your own home. Now, if you want to know even more about how trauma underpins autism, then check out this video up here. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel for more insights into autism, trauma, and the path to resilience and empowerment.